Hello watcher and subscriber, today we will see synchronization concept in Java. So here I have written some points. At a time when more than one thread try to access a shared resource, we need to ensure that resource will be used by only one thread at a time. The process by which this is achieved is called synchronization. So here I give you one example. Suppose you have created two threads. So one thread is reading content and second thread is writing. Then what you ensure, thread 1 should run first and then thread 2. If they run simultaneously, you will get unwanted output. Means sometime it will do reading, sometime it will do writing, or before writing the content or before reading the content it will do writing. So you get the wrong output or unexpected output. So for avoiding this you have to use synchronization. So by using synchronization you can run particular thread first, then after that you will go for second thread. So for running one particular thread we use synchronization technique. So now we go in the Eclipse and there we will use synchronization keyword in the program. So for using synchronization, first I need one thread. So class A1. Here I am using implements runnable. So by using implements runnable you can create the thread, and here I am going to use some input statement in the program. So I will add one package, import Java utility, and scanner is the class. So here I have added the scanner class so that you can take the input in the program, and here you will take one method, that is the run method in the program, and in that run our actual code will be added. So here I will take the output statement in the program. Statement is enter name. So here I will take I will create the object of scanner. Already aware about this procedure, and then here I am taking the string variable, string name equal to scanner object as dot next method you have to utilize. So by using this user can enter the name, and finally we will show that name in output statement. So it will show the name, and I just copy this statement for saving my time, and here you add enter age. Next int method I am using for getting the integer value. Here also, because I am taking integer value, and finally here I am showing age. So here I am showing the values of name and the age. So this is my complete thread A, which is doing reading and writing operation. And now here in the main method, first you should create the object of thread. Then I am creating thread T equal to new thread. So I am creating thread here, and you have to pass the object of this class. So here I am creating two threads, so I just copy this statement. Then finally here I am writing T dot start t1 dot start. So here we have created two threads, T and T1, and when you run the program they will run simultaneously. We will just check output. You see it is running, both the threads are running, and at the same time we are getting the same message. So for avoiding this situation you have to use synchronize method. So one particular thread will run, because what happened here, we have created thread A1, then by using this two object we are creating indirectly two thread and they are sharing the same code. So as they are running simultaneously we are not getting the proper output. So you simply use here synchronize before run method. So once you use synchronize method, then we will check the output for your understanding. Now you see only one thread is coming in the program. So enter name, suppose SSD I am getting, and after getting the name, age value you have to add. So here the age is also coming, then again it is asking name. So then after that you have to enter age. So you see age is coming. So here both the threads are running properly in the program. And if you don't use synchronize, then what happen, they will run simultaneously. So this is very important concept, friend. In such a case, if you want to run only one particular thread, then it is very simple, just use synchronize keyword in the program. So this is for synchronize. For getting into detail, don't forget to see the next tutorial. There we will use wait and notify method. It will make your code more systematic. So don't forget to see the next video. Thank you.